welcome back to MainStation. So, today I got some quite interesting topics I'm going to talk about. So, firstly, on the S&P 500. Well, as you might know, today we are down about 1.5%. At least now we almost, or we reached beyond 2%. So, firstly, I was wrong. And I'm going to show you. So we had like this trading channel right here. It was, yeah, and this is also my point. This is unclear. So we have like this sideways pattern with price action in it, and like no real defined lows, tops, maybe more defined tops than lows. But you see this gap down, then the bull move back up. So very many fake outs. You had like this equilibrium right here. Then you drop down. You go like, okay, now I'm going to enter bearish. Well, fuck you, no. It's going to the moon again. Well, guess what? No, a double top, and it's going back down again. So it's now beyond our like trading channel. But this doesn't mean anything, since you just look at this and we like this move to the upside again. So wow, now we're consolidating once more. Maybe you could say that this is just a retest of this trading channel. In my opinion, it's just very choppy action, and for me, similar to other stocks and indices and whatsoever, and no trade zone. I want to trade this to the downside, in my opinion, or for the most part to the downside, and maybe see some relief rallies being traded by my hand. But yeah, like this is just very unclear, no real patterns, and you just see these wicks out and fake outs, and in my opinion, not really nice for any trades to be set. So what's going to happen next? Well, since I just told you it's unclear, so don't take anything for granted. And I'm going to talk about a little bit what's so important about forming your own opinion. Yeah, so you could say that if you look for formations with like this channel line right here, the downside, does it mean anything? Well, depends. Maybe we could see a falling wedge, maybe. So this is just very, very maybe. But yeah, I won't look at this as fixed or anything real serious. This is just, I don't like setting lows for trend lines on the bottom after they had after they already had a wick, because you usually want to conclude the first consolidation and the first wick down of a move in a certain direction in your formation drawing. So this should more look like this, but as you see, it doesn't fit. Well, of course it could fit if we see another low and just find a third touch right here. But well, this is for the future, and I won't determine this right now. Yeah, S&P 500, in my opinion, looking for more downside. I said in my latest video on the S&P 500 that we have set our hourly higher low right here. Well, since I just said that this has been a fake out to the bottom and to the upside, that you might not even respect this day in your analysis and should just throw it out of your analysis. So this would be then our hourly higher low compared to this. Well, if it's not, and this is also a reason why TA is so subjective. that is it gets hard to determine which points should be respected in your analysis. So if this is our hourly higher low, we would look for a lower high being set, a higher low, and then a higher high. If we see a trend change or if we see a trend continuation from this move right here, is this going to happen? Well, depends. If you look at the 4 hour, this would be a better higher low than this, or than this, of course. So on the 4 hour, you might say that we now have set our 4 hour higher low. Yeah. So in that case, on the 4 hour, it looks a bit more bullish for the short term, and my price target of like 260 can definitely be reached in like the next week or so. And I'd like that, actually. I'd very much like that. I might be like a few days off of my prediction, but that's quite okay for me. I will adjust my analysis, of course. On the daily, if we look for higher lows, yeah, this would be our higher low on the daily. So actually quite nice. And my price target on daily could very well be reached next week. So if we, so what I want to conclude with, let's just look at Apple. So as you see, we are down quite a big percentage today, and for the first time, I'm going to show you some fundamental reason for price movements. And on Apple, of course. So if we look at this chart, so we have now reached a new low level, or the lowest level since like our high, and since July 2017. So like 1.5 years ago, we now set a new low. And well, this is interesting, and I'm going to talk about this right now. So looking at Apple on Yahoo Finance, you see the price, percentage drop, and so forth, market cap, and whatsoever. So if you want to get some fundamental analysis, this could be, or some fundamental reason and information on that part, and you might want to look at this right here. Yeah, if we see, like, now a few minutes ago posted like very many news whatsoever. Like you see 23 minutes, 26, 26, 28, 29, 33 again, 36, 37. So you see these headlines just coming out like minute by minute on Apple, and what bear side is there to be looked at. So this is interesting. And looking at this, you might have seen this already. I'm now in a bearish position, or I'm not yet in a bearish position. If we break 140, about 140, I'm now set at 141.92. Well, then I'm interested, because from here, from like 141, 140 to 135, 134, we have no real support, and this is not much. I give you that. If you just look at a percentage drop, we would have like like 5%. So this is really not much, and I'm very cautious in this position, and I will only enter if this breaks. Well, in the other way, we have strong resistance coming, and we have a gap down. So some people say gaps will always get filled. I don't really like this opinion, since you can look at charts and this is not actually true. Gaps often do not get filled. But if you like look at this right here, this is an island formation, and an island is basically that you have a gap up and a gap down, and this concludes like a separate formation of price. It's not too pretty right here, but it does the job. Like right here, this would be an island formation. You have a gap up, then price forms some sort of pattern. It's not really important which pattern it does, but if it gaps down and you have now a gap right here being set, then you might look at this. If the island is on the top side, then it's going downward and it's a bearish indication. And if it's on the bottom side, if it's first a gap to the downside and then seeing a gap to the upside, then it's bullish, and in the reverse it's bearish. So if I just draw it like right here, if you like have like price moving like this, then it goes like this, and the trading day ends on the next day. I mean, you see this as a line, but usually you're looking at candlesticks or whatever. But anyway, the island information on the top would be then if it starts trading on the next day, like right here, but above, forms again formation, and then on the next day, or it ends right here, and on the next day it starts trading again below this point, and ideally around this point if it's a really nice formation, and then we would see like continuation to the downside right here. If it just look at it, expand this a little bit, then we would have like formation 1. You can also look at this maybe as a head and shoulders pattern with an island formation. This would be the island. So if we have the island on the top, then it's bearish, and if we have this reversed and we have the island on the bottom, then it's usually bullish. And maybe I think if you look at the DAX on the German index, German stock index, then I think we had this somewhere around here. Yeah, right here I think. The hourly, then it's getting more clear. Yeah, the DAX has been very choppy. Yeah, you can see this right here, like an island formation, and it's just been a fade away. That's also an indication that the market sentiment is usually bearish, since bears act or bulls act upon information very, very abruptly, but just get fade away and no continuation of the bull move. And this would be our island on the top, and then see more downside. And this, yeah, it's not really an island on the bottom. Well, yeah, I think you know what I'm trying to talk about. So anyway, on Apple on the daily, well, we have this gap down, and if we see like continuation, then you might look for some sort of reversal to the upside, and or to certify this island formation, but that's going to be determined in the future. So also, like on Apple, you as I told you, you've seen this these many bearish articles coming out. This is an indication that we might be looking for a bottom on Apple, or at least a short-term bottom, since we have like seen a very drastic drop, or drastic more or less, but percentage-wise, still very respectful, 40%. So, and we haven't yet seen like really any sort of relief rally. We've seen like this a bit, and I mean it has been a 10% move. So or a bit more actually. So it's respectable if you look at this, or not even close. Okay, whatever. So it might be, it's might do for some sort of reversal, or at least relief rally to the upside on Apple. And this is interesting. So if you want to get some also that's quite interesting. If you look at earnings, we've seen that Apple usually beat the market, but the green dots are what are the actual earnings for Q3, and Q4 in January 30th will be determined, and you see this estimate of 465 compared to 278, so a 100% increase in estimation. But if you look at Apple in general, and that they actually have been selling less phones and general hardware plus software, then this is actually a bit too drastic of an estimation, and you might actually look at this like around the 360 even. You can see we had a steady decrease in earnings in 2018, or at least from 2017 to 2018, and have now seen an increase in 2018, in late 2018. So what's going to be the actual earnings in for late 2018? I don't know, of course, but I don't think it's going to be about 465-ish, or like even 4 would be a drastic improvement, in my opinion, because it would reach the end of, or it would reach above the earnings of late 2017. So quite interesting. A very, at least in my opinion, a bit more bearish than anything else. Yet these news all the time being pumped out about bearish news on Apple usually are an indication that we might be looking for some sort of reversal or relief rally on some sort of or stock or any financial asset for that matter. Well, yeah, I think that's it. Quite interesting news, and hope you stay up to date. No real trades yet. As I told you, in my opinion, very unclear patterns being formed, and not just and not really my style of trading is being respected in the price. So I don't see why I should trade anything real. Yeah. So hope you have a nice day, and see you next time. Bye.